Hi, and welcome back to Purple Collar Life. In today's video, we're getting the snow blowers ready for wintertime. That's right, the week of October 15th is National Snowblower Maintenance Week here in the United States. We've got 2 Toro snow blowers to get ready for wintertime. Today's video is sponsored by Toro, and I want to thank them for sponsoring the video today. They sent us the maintenance kit to do the oil change and maintenance on our Toro gas-powered snowblower, and we're also going to walk through the steps to get the electric snowblower ready. So stay tuned. I got to do a little bit of cleanup just so I can film these things. They're so dusty from being in storage all summer long. We'll get them cleaned up, and then we're going to go through 10 easy steps to prepare your snowblower for that first winter snow. Like I mentioned, we do have 2 Toro snowblowers. This one is the Toro PowerMAX Heavy Duty 828 OAE. This is our gasoline-powered Toro 252cc snowblower, 28 inches wide. This is the electric-powered snowblower. This is a 60-volt brushless motor Toro PowerMAX E26HA. This is a 26-inch wide snowblower. Okay, step 1, we're going to get started changing the engine oil. You can see I've got my maintenance kit up here. It includes a quart of oil that we'll need, fuel treatment for in the gas tank, and a new spark plug. The first thing we'll do is the oil change. I've made a video about changing the oil in this snowblower in the past. A great tip is to use a long neck funnel just like this to drain the funnel straight into your used oil jug. It is a 10 millimeter drain plug. So just about everything you'll see in today's video, I will put an Amazon affiliate link to in the description. We'd appreciate if you would use that link when ordering. The Toro engine maintenance kit, again designed for the Power Clear, the Snowmaster, or the PowerMAX. Ours is the PowerMAX with the Toro 163, 212, or 252cc engines. So again, that link will be down below. A link for a long neck funnel, a link for a wrench if you need it. I'm sure we'll come across other things. Oh, my ethanol-free gas can. I'll put a link for that down below. Want to make sure we get that crush washer with the drain plug so that we don't lose it. If you've heard it said once, you've heard it said 1,000 times. It doesn't matter what color the oil is when it comes out. This oil is 2 years in this snowblower. We didn't have enough snow last year to use this snowblower. We did use the electric snowblower a few times. So it is time to do snowblower maintenance this week or any week as you prepare for wintertime. But this happens to be snowblower maintenance week from the whole week of October 15th. So we're just trying to let everybody know that winter is coming and now is the time to prepare. As that oil drains, we will move on to another step in the maintenance process of our Toro PowerMAX. So while that oil is draining, you can hear it draining. I took the dipstick out just a little bit to let some air in, but it is cold, so it's going to take a little bit of time for that to drain. While that's happening, step 2 is to inspect the machine. We just want to take a look at all our linkage, take a look at the sheet metal. I do have a couple dents right down here. Those aren't dents, they're actually bumps out from rocks. We do have a gravel driveway, and when the snowblower picks up rocks, it shoots them pretty hard into the metal here in the second stage of the snowblower before it shoots out. This is a 2-stage snowblower. But other than those few dents that could use some touch-up paint. Everything else on the sheet metal looks pretty good. I looked at that when I was cleaning it off for the video. Our drive linkage, I can watch as I move this and see that the drive linkage on the back is moving. I'm going to try to show you what I was looking for when I pull the levers. So this is the drive forward and reverse. You can see when I adjust it, it's moving this piece right here. Just making sure all that linkage is good. The quick stick, you can see that all works for the chute, nice and easy. The top part directions and the side swivel directions all work good. This is the drive wheel. I can watch as I pull this that the cable is engaged and does lift up on the drive engagement. When I pull this, it's pulling the lever on the spring to engage the drive. And then the snowblower can pull that and again check to make sure the cable pulls the lever that engages the snowblower. You can see when I pull it, it's pulling the cable on the spring and engages that lever. Another thing we took a look at is the skids. Now, I replaced the original metal Toro skids with these poly skids. These are, I believe, a high density polyurethane, HDPE, but I will put a link to these skids down below. Now, these ones are not the Toro name brand, but this is one of the best upgrades I did to the snowblower. Well, it's really the only upgrade I did to the snowblower because these don't scrape cement. So when I'm snowblowing the sidewalk, these don't damage or scrape up the sidewalk like the metal skids did. So this was a very worthwhile investment. Again, Amazon link down below to both the Toro brand of these poly skids and this other brand. They're very easy to replace. You just remove the two nuts. They actually sent replacement hardware, this stainless steel plate, which is adjustable, and the polyurethane skids. Well, there's one on each side. You do want to make sure these are both the same height. You can see I've got them adjusted. The other side's the exact same. We did inspect the chute to make sure it's all in good shape. Functions properly, swivels, looks fine inside. Our next step is fuel. Now, I actually ran this completely out of fuel on purpose before I put it into storage so that there would be no fuel in the gas tank or the carburetor. And you can see it says very specifically ethanol 0, so in other words no ethanol, ethanol-free gasoline, or a maximum of E10. Now we use ethanol-free only, and like I said, I like to drain it completely out before storage, but in our kit will be some fuel treatment to mix with the fuel that we use when we do fill this up with our ethanol-free gas. Just an update, we are still slowly draining. I hear it going into the jug. Now, if you had some AMSOIL small engine oil, this would be another great engine to use that in. Just like we talked about in a previous video that I'll put a link to up above. This is an air-cooled engine, runs at a steady RPM, does not have an oil filter. So if you weren't going to use the Toro kit that includes the oil and the spark plug and the fuel treatment, you could easily order from AMSOIL, and I'll put a link down below, the small engine oil specifically designed for applications like this. Another thing we want to do while we drain the oil is make sure that both tires are equally inflated. If they're not equal, then this unit will not drive in a straight line over terrain because one side will pull if the tires don't have the same pressure. Our tires are still in like new shape. You can see they still have the spikies on them. I'm going to use my Milwaukee air compressor. So we'll go ahead and turn it on. I'll put an Amazon affiliate link to this down below. use this thing all the time. Maximum is 20. We're going to go to 20 and start. Here you can see we're at 20. So it has hit its destination. We'll do the same on the other side. While we're here, we're going to do the tires on the other snowblower also. So easy. Okay, our oil is drained. So we'll put our drain plug back in. If the crush washer needed replaced, you would do that now. Or if you needed a new drain plug, you would also do that now. We're just going to hand tighten this. Don't have to use an impact gun or anything on it. So once we're snug, just give it a little bit more of a turn and we should be good. Get rid of our drain jug here. Want to use a nice clean oil fill funnel. No sense in putting dirt into your engine. Got a clean rag here to wipe the dipstick off. We're going to add oil slowly. We want to end up, if you can see it, in that hash area on the dipstick. This is 20 ounces of Toro brand SAE 5W30 premium engine oil with zinc additive, 4-cycle oil. So once again, thanks to Toro for sponsoring this video. They sent us the oil as part of the kit. Really nice that kit includes exactly the oil you need, the spark plug you need, and the fuel treatment. Doesn't get much air going in, so you have to pour slowly. Let the rest of that drip out. We're going to let that drain down in just for a minute or two, and then we will check the oil level on the dipstick. While we're waiting on the oil to drain down through, good time to go ahead and replace the spark plug. We're going to take the boot off. That's what the boot looks like. We have our new spark plug. Of course, the kit included our new spark plug. This is an NGK. There's the part number. BPR6ES7131. We will use a spark plug wrench. This is a 13/16 size. You will likely need an extension. Actually, I think we'll use the longer extension. You can see that spark plug boot has a nice heat shield on it since it's right next to the exhaust above one of the overhead valves. The really nice thing about a spark plug socket is the silicone boot that holds the spark plug in place. There's what ours looks like. I'd say it was ready to be replaced. You can see the silicone in there. I'll put an Amazon affiliate link if you do not have a spark plug wrench. So here's our new NGKR plug, BPR6ES. Put it into that silicone boot. Get lined up here. Just snug it. Put our boot back on. Good to go. Now I like to keep the old spark plug just as a spare for the winter season. So I will write on this box what it was for. All right, let's give the dipstick a wipe. Put it down in. Let it fall into its place. That's just about perfect. I don't know if you can see that, but we are right at the top of the hash. So 20 ounces must be exactly what this motor needs. Let's go ahead and get some fuel in it. The last thing in our kit here, Toro Premium Fuel Treatment. Engineered to protect fuel systems from the harmful effects of today's ethanol blended fuels. Use Toro Premium Fuel Treatment in all gasoline-powered Toro equipment at every fill. I'll put a link to this, Amazon link to this also. It says 0.5 ounces per 1 gallon of gasoline, 2 fluid ounces per 1 gallon for maximum fuel system cleanup. This packet is 0.5 fluid ounces, so that treats up to 1 gallon. I'm going to save that. I'm going to save this until we fill the tank up. For now, just to test run it, I'm just going to put a tiny bit of fuel in there. You want to put fresh fuel in before you use it, so I don't want to put a whole bunch in right now. Even though snow could come any day, I will put an Amazon link to my favorite fuel can. Push the button and fuel. Okay, there are 2 other things on our list to check. One is the electric ignition. I'll do that with an extension cord. You just plug the cord in here, hit the button to start the ignition. The other thing you want to check is your pull cord to make sure it's in good shape. So you pull it out like this, take a look at it up by the handle, the whole length. Ours is in really good shape. And now we will do our test start. So I've already turned the fuel on. Side to side is on. The key is in. Push the choke. 3 pushes of the primer bulb, or 4. Let's pull it and see if it runs. There's really good instructions on the starting process. Since you don't do this except for in the wintertime, it's a good reminder to have that sticker there. Give it a little throttle about halfway. Again, choked, pumped. Here we go. Well, that was easy. Do the drive wheel, reverse, forward slow, test out the auger, make sure we're not pouring it all over anybody. Go ahead and shut the fuel off so that it runs out of gas. Nice bright light. We'll move our lever back over to the stop position, and this is winter ready. So we also do have the electric snowblower. This is that Toro PowerMAX E26HA. Let me talk to you about some of the same things that you want to check over before winter. Obviously, you want to check and make sure the quick stick works properly. You want to check your linkages, just like we did on the other one, making sure that everything engages down here on the back of the machine from the cables. Check your drive linkage to make sure that engages. We're all good there. This machine does have heated grips, which is nice. The other thing we want to do, we'll do our physical inspection, make sure everything looks okay. No oil change required on this winter prep. It's as simple as plugging in and charging up the 60-volt battery. Ours is already fully charged. Then insert one battery, insert the second battery. You can see both fully charged and ready to go. You could use a third battery if you had one. We do not have a third battery. Put the lid down, turn it on. It's going to turn the headlight on, show us that both batteries are full. There is an eco mode available if you want to use that. Turn the key on, you'll hear it start up. Just like we did with the gas machine, we'll check operation. Put it in reverse first. I guess we should have done a little bit slower. Put it in forward. That works. Start the blower. That works. Go slow forward. If you use the eco mode, you hear it ramps down a little bit there. Power off. It lets it wait a minute before it shuts the light off. Push the button to remove our batteries. So there we go, both the gas-powered Toro snowblower and the 60-volt electric-powered Toro snowblower ready for winter. I'm glad that we did this ahead of time. I like that the snowblower prep week is October 15th. That gives us time to get everything ready. I remember times when we've had snow on the ground for Halloween. So it's not crazy to think that snow could come in October, and we'll be ready for whenever it does come now as far as the snowblowers are concerned. Thanks for watching. If you found this video informative and entertaining, please give us a thumbs up. Leave those comments down below, other things you do to prepare your snowblower for season or for after the season. I know after the season, a lot of people will take like a fluid film or other oil product and coat the inside of the chute and the auger so that that stuff doesn't rust after wintertime. I'd love if you could put those comments down below so that at the end of the season, we can follow your tips on how to prepare your snowblower for summer storage. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll see you again the next time.